This is Red All Over's instant reaction to a 0-0 draw at home to Burton Albion, and it appears we have a special guest, direct not from the Ponty, hoping to make amends for that 0-0, because obviously it's coming your way. So what was it like from the corner stand, Mr. Smith?
It was bad as what it was in Ponty End, you know. Do we need strikers? Are we getting strikers? Gosh, good grief. Another game when we haven't scored. So that's 4 where we haven't. Oh, what we're going to do?
No, we scored against Wycombe.
Only. We'll give it that one. But
that's big of you, Al.
It is big on me. I'm not. I must.
Got it wrong.
I got it wrong. It's been in that stand, isn't it? Anyway, I'm bad. From now on, I'm bad. I've still not seen the Reds win when I've been in the executive areas. So Ponty it is. But that were poor again today. I mean, if Burton had had some players who could ball it back in net, we could have been 2-0 down. They had 2 clear-cut chances, and we hadn't took ours. We're weak, to be honest. And I don't understand why we're not scoring goals. They played well. They stopped the space. They shut us down. They pressed us, and with no answer to it. And at the end of the day, it's another, well, not victory at Oakwell, isn't it? And it's not good enough.
Joe, so I think possession-wise, I would guess, I've not looked at it, but I would imagine we were very sort of top-heavy. I had a lot of possession. Slightly better than last week. We've got a clean sheet, so we'll take some positives. We knew Burton were coming here with some decent form. What did you make of that performance? Better?
Better, but not the best. You know, side that just look like they've got no confidence, which is just natural after you've lost 3 games on bounce. You do lack confidence. Yeah, we tried to be positive in areas. There was that little spell in second half where Lofthouse beat his man and crowd gets up a little bit, and you know, you're thinking, oh, if we get one here, maybe we get up 3 points. But Burton also equally had quite a few chances. We just look like a team that, lacking confidence, needs some reinforcements. I think needs some. Well, we all know it, don't we? We all know it. We've been saying it, you know, there's the joke about signing a striker, but seriously, we do need some reinforcements now. I felt a bit for Darryl Clark, because you look at the bench, it's very light. It's like, who's going to come on, who's going to make a difference? You know, and it's hard because you look at teams like Wrexham who are signing Jay Rodriguez this week, these big signings, and it's hard not to sit and think, same league, and I know obviously they've got all the, you know, Hollywood stuff and all that, but you do sit there and think, oh, we just need to try and get somebody in so we can at least compete a little bit and try and get ourselves into the playoffs. At the minute we're looking for that spark, we just need a shift in momentum. At the minute, it's heading in the wrong direction at the wrong time of season. We need to switch it back quickly if we're going to get in there.
Andy, you in?
I am, yeah. I'll talk to you.
No,
Jay
go.
Rodriguez, he's 35 and he's spent most of the season being injured, hasn't he?
Well, Smith as well.
We've got enough of our own that are injured that aren't playing. Can I just very briefly, a couple of weeks ago, Hewell Evans, a lifelong Barnsley fan who came up from Wales, died recently. So this is his
daughter.
Just tell us a little bit about him.
Our dad was passionate about football, passionate about sport, and it was football, and I'm sorry to say Manchester United, but we won't worry about that. And he
whoa, whoa, oh no!
Come on.
Well, no, they're having a terrible time, so I'm not that fussed. But no, he absolutely loved Barnsley, and he was a season ticket holder until COVID. And then he just didn't come back and would watch and was an avid follower and felt the pain of many conceded goals in the 90th minute and things like that. But he often said, we'll go and watch a game together, and we never did. So today my daughters and another friend have come for Dad to watch a match. I wish we could have won. But we were there and people clapped in the 52nd minute, which was the year he was born. So they clapped for him, and that meant a great deal. So, and just thank you for all the Barnsley people who looked after him over the years, this adopted Yorkshireman who loved the game so much. So thank you.
Pleasure. Rest in peace, Hewell. Apart from his 2 daughters who didn't have the bottle to come on the show to say granddaughters. You could have come on. Could have shown some bottle. Anyway, it's a pleasure, love.
So
what do you want to know about the game?
Yeah, and rest in peace. Right, so back to this game. Joe said slightly better. We're not talking to Alan because we know it's obviously his fault. Let's talk about the subs. Darryl Clark's looking to the substitutes bench, and I think you've got Cosgrove and Josiah Dyer warming up pretty much next to him. and it never looked like we're making a change. Does that say a lot about our squad at the moment?
Waste of a spot on the bench. If you're never going to use somebody, what's the point in them being there? May as well not be at the club if, under circumstances like we had today, can't even get on the pitch for 2 minutes. That's not good enough. I mean, flipping heck. Up front, I swear, whenever we line up to take a shot, I said this to Joe before, and whenever we line to take up a shot, their goalkeeper goes like that, ready, because that's where it's going. We can't put it away from them. So, you know, we had a few shots. Adam Phillips had a couple of good long-range shots, but they're straight at the goalkeeper. Good positioning by goalkeeper, but they're always there. DKD, the same. I'm not sure how Kyron missed the chance at first half. He could have walked it in. He could have taken 3 touches, 4 touches, scratched his nose and still put it in. But he just, I don't know what it was. It looked more like a clearance, so that weren't great. Having said that, he did all right. And then there's a bit, you know, it's inevitable, isn't it? The defence. You know, there's a bit in front of us in the east stand where Josh Earl, who spent most of the time not finding a Barnsley player with a pass and divilling about with it, got into, I don't know what him and Donny Pines were doing. It's like, you have it, no, go on. And he just comes away with it, and the both there running after him. It's schoolboy. It's Fred Carno and Charlie Caroli rolled into one.
They're back.
They are. They were playing in our defence some of that time. So that weren't good. Nakali had a good game. He was man at match by. He had a good game. Came off, but he had a really good game. I thought, unlike what George Webster said at the just before kick-off, that our new goalkeeper Gauchi didn't look up too much. George being a goalkeeper himself. Is it under 12s, George? Under 11s? Under 12s. Well, you need to grow up a bit. Early bed. I thought our goalkeeper Gauchi played really, really well. His distribution, it's nice to have a goalkeeper that can distribute it. He rolled it out. I thought he played really well. He came and collected it. He made a good save towards him. It's his job, I know, but he made a good save. And I'd just like to, berate Alan Smith, because I stuck up for him last week, and this week, you're a shambles. You need to sort yourself out. It's just not good enough.
Don't worry about it. I'm bad.
You have to be bad from Oakwell, you. Strikers, just get strikers. Not bothered about Jay Rodriguez. He weren't much when he came here on loan. He's a good striker, but 35 all this injured. We've got Josh Benson from them that can do that.
Bench.
We don't. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this: for 90% of this season, much as he's a good player, Josh Benson's no better than me, because I can sit down and watch a football match and have the same amount of involvement as he has.
In fact, Andy, that might be my next spot. I might be on bench, set on bench. I couldn't do any worse, could I?
So,
Well, they didn't do anything,
Smithy,
so
with
yeah.
your hip, you can't even sit on bench. It takes a week for you to get down, let alone get back up. So don't get carried away. It just felt like it was going to be the same, where, you know, we try, and then we get a goal away. Is it Bogvarson or something like that?
Yeah, Bodvarsson, yeah.
How they didn't score when they put the ball over, and it's on the floor, in between his legs, about a yard off a thing, and everybody's scrabbling about, and it's there. All it needed is he could have just fallen over and taken the ball into the net with him. I don't know what we're going off with him, but we literally got away with murder there. So I thought they didn't offer much, but they did all right. They attacked as well. When we get ball away in attacking positions, they then put us under some pressure, but it just weren't. It's just not good enough. Weak at the back at times, sloppy at times, and you know, we just take too long to get a shot in. And when we do, thank you very much. That's me.
Right, so we've 3 defeats and a draw. Going to Stockport. Obviously, we'll do a preview show during the week, but transfer window slammed shut on Monday. We know about StRIkeR. Talked about it. You talked about it in the preview show for this game. What are we hoping for come Monday?
We need a couple of strikers through. I'd want another defender as well, because Pines today were horrendous. Donnick, I mean, I don't get, in that first half, why try and shield a ball out by Ponty end when there's no pace on ball? And then 2 of their players pinched him and nearly scored a goal from it. So I think we need another defender, central defender, and 2 strikers.
Okay. Wish list. Any list?
StRIkeR. It's like I'm saying, it's just StRIkeR, isn't it? Get us some extra strikers. I mean, yeah, Al said there, we could strengthen in other areas. We've just got to get some players through the door and try and make some of this season, because we don't want to peter out at this point. We've had, we were there and thereabouts a few games ago. We had a really good run of a sort of festive break. Come on, let's get some players in, hopefully, and then we might be able to pick it up. I don't want this season to end up being another sort of nearly season. It feels like we've had that, obviously. Fair enough, under Michael Duff it was very nearly, but yeah, we really need to try and kick on.
And we've seen obviously a couple of players, fringe players, leave on loans, etc. Do you see more leaving?
Well, yeah, I think Andy made a good point. If they're not getting on, then for them and for us, it makes sense for them to go somewhere else, because you want them to play football. I wish every Barnsley player the best. I want them to go and play well if they represented our club and what badge with pride. So people like Sam Cosgrove, obviously we know he's not playing at the minute. It'd be better for his career if he does go and get a chance somewhere else. I think if we are going to get another striker, or give him a chance if not. But I think that obviously there's certain players on there, young players as well, who we can sort of go out on loan, hopefully do a job. So yeah, I think shuffling things around a little bit. Hopefully we'll see some action in the transfer window and just see what happens.
Yeah, it's really important now. So, man of the match today, and Wakali in there. Unfortunate to come off. I know his legs were going, but I thought Russell's legs were going a lot quicker than his was. I thought it was unfortunate not to get 90 minutes. Any disagreements with the man of the match?
No, not at all. I think John Russell did all right, but there were times when he gets in a position where he can go forward with the ball and somehow he either falls over or loses ball or can't quite get it or I can't quite reach it. Look, that's me and Smithy, that can't quite reach it. But I do think that Gouch is owed an apology by somebody. Just say you're sorry.
It's this one here.
I'm sorry.
It's the wrong one. Pick right one. Good,
Gouchy, he owes an apology.
Andy,
you owe him an apology.
Why do I own?
Because you said he were rubbish before game.
I mean, to be fair, I did have some lucky audios, which I think.
Just say you're sorry. You don't have to. I don't want to listen to you. I just want you to say you're sorry.
I don't want. Right, I'm sorry.
Good enough.
Oh, that's
There we
great.
go.
On camera, Dad, we've got a sorry.
That
Right.
needs clipping and
I'm
putting all over YouTube.
Yeah.
That.
And I'm sorry, I keep going in executive area, so.
Any alternative to the man of the match?
No, Carly by a mile. Carly by a mile for me.
Options?
Keeler Dunn, again, good. Phillips, I thought had a very good game today. I know obviously he had a few shots that did end up in keeper's hands, but I think overall he tried to make things happen. On another day he might have got a goal, so maybe Phillips, Gouchy, yeah, for a debut. But yeah, Nicaldi played best. I do still think Connell should have come on a bit earlier, but I would have probably made the switch for Russell, because he just, Russell's been our best midfielder this season, but I just feel like we could have done with some fresh legs maybe that last 20 minutes, and bringing Connell on a bit earlier I think would have helped, but I'm sort of nitpicking a little
Clutching.
bit. Yeah.
No, I agree. I thought we could have done with a bit more energy in midfield for the last 20, and I think however disappointing Connell's been, I think he still brings energy in that midfield. Right, so do you want to flog some away ends or anything before we finish? Because you've got some coming up.
I'm not selling you one away end, I'm selling you two. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, something like that.
The plans are for Tuesday. I'm doing an away end with a Stockport County podcaster and then going straight onto their show. I don't think they know what's going to hit them. But so they're doing mine and then I'm doing theirs straight away. That's on Tuesday. And then I'm assuming that our preview show for Stockport will be on Wednesday.
I assume so too.
I'll be there.
There's a lot of stuff to come in this next week. Hopefully, 1 or 2 minutes of it'll be all right.
Hopefully, 1 or 2 minutes of talking about our new strikers. That's what we'd like to. That's what we'd like to. So on that note, we'll end it, and we can go home now and we can watch all the other goals come in, because we're early kick-off, which was not.
At least we've not gone down from 9th yet until
Not yet, no.
about 10 to 5.
Yeah. So don't forget to catch up on the preview show this week, Andy's away end, etc., and hopefully some fingers crossed signing news. But for now, it's a 0-0 draw here at OL. You Reds.
Hi, it's Andy and Joe here from Leeds. To be honest, that match felt like a relegation battle. Nothing much happened. The quality of play was very, very poor. For any team, any successful team, you've got to have a strong spine. And to be honest, I felt that we had hardly any presence in the centre of midfield and certainly no presence in the centre of attack. I always felt through that game we were a mishap away from losing again. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But to be honest, yeah, I mean, it's not looking very, very good at the moment. There seemed to be slow in ideas. They were slow with the passing. Under Neil Collins, it was very, very similar. To be honest, I don't know what's happened. It didn't. Yeah, where the passion went from the games over Christmas, I've no idea. So they certainly need a big, strong centre forward up front, and they probably need some presence in midfield. But to be honest, if they play like that. We're not going to make an impression in this year's playoffs at all. So, but anyway, fingers crossed. On to the next game. What do you think, Joe?
What was that? I had to wake up early on a Saturday morning to come down here, and may as well have paid to just freeze on our seats.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's the first time I've ever seen you nipped at Lou in the middle of the game, not half time, like in the middle of actual running game. And
that was probably the best bit,
highlight.
Yes, it was very, very poor, wasn't it? There's no comment, really.
I have no idea why I'm on it.
At least when I was a kid in the 80s, there'd have been a riot to warm us up. I mean, even the fans were apathetic. It's just a poor day at the office.
Was Kelechi.
Yeah, Kelechi.
Low standards.
He's credible. Humphries looks a bit off the pace. It was a poor day at the office. Hopefully we can play better next week, but yeah, well, we'll see.
At least we drew.
You're right.